Hello, Haripriya.
Hi, sir.
Hello. Did you attempt this question, Haripriya?
No, sir, I'll try it now.
Acha, now try it. First, try to form an approach. Means, how will you just try to understand the question first? Because many students in this question, let me tell you, in this question, many students actually fail to find how it will lift off. Nama, did you try it? This question?
But I didn't have it. I had homework.
No problem. Now you try it. So by now, I think you must have read the question. Now just tell me, अरे what happened, Hari? Network issue. दिवा ये क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट किया था?
No, sir.
अब कर लो अब कर लो, पढ़ लो बस. अच्छा, by now, Shyama, Kanishka, Haripriya, you must have read the question, right?
Sir,
Can you
actually, I got one idea, sir, actually.
tell me the idea? Actually, that only I want to hear.
Oh, okay, sir. Like, we have to obtain, okay, the ratio of emission to breaks contact with the. Sir, the mass M is initially at height 2r, sir.
Correct.
So it'll have potential energy. But
Correct.
as soon as the this start moving, the tube starts moving, the mass will sphere will start descending from the height.
Tube will not start to move. Tube is stationary only. That point.
It breaks contact with the ground level. So
It will break contact with the ground upwards. Means it will lift off.
the tube.
Tube will try to lift off.
How, sir?
That's what the thing is. How? That you have to think.
Because the ball will, I mean, the sphere will exert a force.
So the spheres will fall down in the opposite directions and then again collide.
Yes,
No,
sir.
no.
It's so hard to visualize.
No, Haripriya. Till now I did not actually. How can I give the collision type of question, because I did not properly explain you about the collision. No? Just the conservation of momentum I have given, not anything else. But if you are if you are thinking about they will move like this, they will collide here, then due to collision, how it can lift off,
The lift off means move up.
move up. Yes, right. One more thing, see, let me make it clear. This ball, there are two balls, two spheres. The one will move like this. It will move at this particular position. They have given theta is equal to 60 degree. Similarly, the other sphere will move like this, opposite direction. It will reach at this position. Okay. Now it will reach at its position. When they are at this position, they are saying at this position, this tube will try to lift above the ground. I am asking you guys, can you think of a situation by what forces it can lift off the ground? See, let me make it more simple to you. If we take the whole tube, the mass of the tube is capital M. So the mg force of the tube will be acting downwards. So there should be a force on the tube which should be acting upwards, and that force should be greater than mg. Then only the liftoff can take place. But how that force will come? That's only the question. Just think for some time. If you are not getting any idea, I'll tell you how that force will arise.
This pure like sort of force on the wall of the tube.
Which one?
The spear will exert a force on the wall of the tube.
Yes, right. Correct. You are very good. Then
Due to that,
we have to think very clearly. What force?
Sir, would it be mg cos theta?
See, if you talk about mg cos theta, mg is acting downwards. So this theta is there. So mg cos theta will act towards the radius, towards the center.
normal reaction.
That's the normal reaction which is acting that way. So let me explain you clearly. Then after that, it's up to you to solve this question. Why making this kind of diagram?
Oh, this is JEE advanced question.
Is it?
Yeah.
No. I've just taken from somewhere, but I don't think it's
No, so the level, sir.
level. You can say it's JEE advanced. See, I'll tell you both the situations. What is happening? Just wanted to make a circular diagram. Let it be. See, there are two situations. One situation is when the ball is on the inner side, this ball and this ball. So the normal reaction due to the ring, due to the tube on the ball will be in this direction, right? But due to the ball on the ring will be in this direction. See, I'm telling very clearly, due to ring on the ball, the normal reaction is N, which is black in color. Due to ball on the ring is capital N, which is towards the center. Because you already know normal reaction is a contact force. It acts for every reaction there is equal and opposite reaction, like third law. Similarly, here n on the ball, but on the sphere, on the tube, it is downwards. But if we try to take their components, this is suppose angle theta. The component, this will be again theta. This will be again theta. So now here this will be n cos theta, and here will be n sin theta. Similarly, here will be n cos theta, and here will be n sin theta. But in this particular case, they both will cancel each other, but n cos theta and also mg is acting downwards. So this is not our case of liftoff, because n cos theta and mg both are moving, acting downwards to n cos theta. This n cos theta and this n cos theta and this mg, they all are acting towards down. So the net effect is it will try to move inside the surface, but that's not our case. So our case is the spheres, these spheres are touching the outer surface actually, like this. When they're touching the outer surface, in this particular case, the normal reaction due to the ring, due to the tube on the sphere is towards this direction, and the normal reaction due to the sphere on the ring will be this direction. Same thing here. Now, if you take this angle is theta, so this will be your n cos theta. This will be again your n cos theta. And this will be n sin theta. This will be n sin theta. They both will cancel each other. This is capital Mg downwards. So on the tube, if we take the total forces, 2n cos theta will be greater, when it will be greater than mg, greater than or equal to capital Mg, at that point it will lift off the ground. So this is how the things are. Because of this 2n cos theta, this n cos theta and this n cos theta both acting towards top, and this they are countering capital Mg. That's why it is trying to, that's why it can lift off. Now you have understood the situation. Now tell me how you are going to find out the value of this capital N and the capital N. And if you find out the value of capital N, you will be able to substitute it here, and then you will solve it. Everyone understood the situation now? Why it is getting lifted off?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, anyone, how will you find out the value of capital N? If you are confused, I can give you a hint. The hint that you already know. In the case of circular motion or vertical circles, you have only two equations with you. One is your conservation of energy, other is the circular motion equation. And I think those two equations will be enough for you to find out that capital N value. Biggest hint. Today after this I'll try to complete the collision part. Actually, Shama, this question is not very difficult. It's okay. But to arrive at this analysis now, this needs the practice of advanced questions. Solving is easy. Would you do it or you want me to do it?
You wrote the answer, no?
No, I did not write the answer
Oh.
because they are asking this capital M by small m.
Can you solve?
Acha, Haripriya, will you do it? Let me solve it fully. See, when we make the equations on this, on the spherical ball, it will be mg is acting downwards on each sphere. So this is theta. So this part will be mg cos theta. So the circular motion equation will be n plus mg cos theta is equal to, let's say it has the velocity v here. At the top point, it did not have velocity, but now it has velocity, and is n plus mg cos theta is equal to mv square by r. This is the first equation. And now to get the value of v, you will need this one, conservation of energy. That is, this point is r minus r cos theta. So mg r into 1 minus cos theta. I'm using this h. This h is equal to r minus r cos theta. mgh is equal to half mv square. Law of conservation of energy between this point and this point. So theta is 60 degree. So 2gr into 1 minus cos 60. Cos 60 is your half. V square will be equal to root, V square is equal to gr. So V will be root gr. Now put it here to find out the value of this n. N plus mg cos 60 means mg by 2 is equal to m by r into gr. N is equal to mg minus mg by 2. So it will become mg by 2. And value you have got here. Put it here. 2 into mg by 2 into cos 60 is equal to capital Mg. Gg will get cancelled. M into half is equal to capital M. So they are asking capital M by small m ratio. So it will be 1 by 2. This is your answer. This is circular motion equation. And this is law of conservation of energy. If anyone has Doubt in anything? Ask me. Okay. See, I gave the taste of question to you. Actually, you have to become perfect in every topic. You have to become perfect in these kinds of question. Make a target. Take any book like your DC Pandey or any Cengage. If you are able to comfortably solve the advanced level question of those books, or from any topic or any book, then that means you are comfortable. You will do well in JEE Advanced. You have to become comfortable, because there only you will find challenges. These kinds of concepts you will encounter there only. Okay. Shall we move to another part? Haripriya, how it is? Okay.
Yes, sir. I could get the circular motion equation, but I messed up the mass, the capital M and the small.
Did you make this one, law of conservation of energy?
No, sir. I came until circular motion equation.
Acha. Second,
I got the value of n, and then I was about to do the law of conservation of energy and used.
because I told you na, in this circular motion and work power energy, na, only two kinds of equation you will use. That is circular motion equation or the law of conservation of energy. That's all. This you should remember. Okay for everyone. Shall I move now? Kanishka, ठीक है ना? Riva, okay है ना सब?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. चलो अब कोलिजन देखते हैं इसके बाद. फिर कोलिजन से कंबाइंड क्वेश्चन बड़े अच्छे आते हैं. फिर उसके बाद वो कोलिजन वाले क्वेश्चंस विल डू. Now see, coming to the collision part.
So when you will take rotational mechanics?
The rotation, this collision is over. After that, rotation will start. Center of mass and rotation.
Sir, my teacher told that like the rotational mechanics and conservation, collision are one of the important topics for JEE in physics. Because it is
Collision not itself, because collision questions are mostly they are asked with work power energy. He should have told work power energy and collision. Rotation is obvious.
But he told rotational mechanics is very important.
Rotation mechanics is very important. You are correct. Because rotation mechanics is actually very important, and it's very much important from the point of view of advance. JEE Advanced, most of the questions come from this rotation mechanics. It's a part of this. Without rotation mechanics, physics is incomplete. If you are weak in that, you won't score good in advance. That's all.
So that is somewhat like circular motion or difference, rotational mechanics.
Rotation mechanics is somewhat different. It's the basic is circular motion. Means it starts from the circular motion, but the concepts are way beyond. Means concepts are much complex. But don't worry, I'll make it simple for you.
Okay.
You won't feel different. You won't feel it tough.
It's there in NCERT also.
It's there in NCERT, yes. But see, in NCERT, na, what is problem? They will tell you about the torque and all everything, but they won't. And rolling without slipping part is not actually done as it should be done. Rolling without slipping, because in your JEE mains and JEE main nowadays they are asking very easy questions, but in JEE advanced if you go, the rolling without slipping, that part becomes very important. And if you want good question in simple harmonic motions also, they will combine rolling without slipping with simple harmonic motion. I'll give you an example. See, See, I'll make a question. I'm just now I'm trying to make a question. See, this is a question. This is spring. Okay, this is a point. This is one more spring. And this is your solid sphere.
Here.
Sphere, solid sphere. Now what happened? Yeah. What's stuck? This is the part. This is one more spring. Now what is there now? This is at the surface. Now what will happen? It is connected at the top point. What they want from you, it's a kind of question that I'm telling you. They will rotate it just like this by some angle theta. Like this. And it will now do the SHM. This type. This way. They want the angular frequency of that.
Oh.
Yes. And here you have to have the very good knowledge of translation plus rotation motion, because it is when it is rotating, it is doing the translation motion also by some distance, and it is rotating as well.
Okay.
So these two, it's not that difficult, but you have to be very clear in the concept. I'll give you this type of question to solve, but actually the physics becomes complete once you get to know this rotation part. Okay, let me tell you about collision now. He is correct. What he said, na, that rotation is important, and rotation takes time. Not
Yeah,
to.
it told it will take very long. It's bulky and
It's
long.
not. No. It's not that bulky. Just to understand the concepts, it will take time for you.
Ah, yes, sir. And also it's also a bit more like I take.
Because see, to make you comfortable in that, I will have to give you more a variety of questions during the class. Then you will become comfortable, because first you need to become comfortable in torque. Then after that you have to become comfortable in angular momentum. Then you have to become comfortable in rotational part. Then you have to become comfortable in translation plus rotation. Then we'll solve some question with collisions and rotation also. Okay. And later in the class 12, we'll solve, when class 12 will start, we'll solve the questions of this with electrostatics and this fluid mechanics also.
Magnetism.
Magnetism also. Physics is actually interrelated. Let us do collision part. See, in the previous classes, what we have learned. Diva, do you know something about conservation of momentum? They have taught you in class or not?
Yes sir, अभी यही चल रहा है.
अभी ये चल रहा है ना, तो कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम कंप्लीट कर लिया इन लोगों ने.
सर अभी फिनिश तो नहीं हुआ है सर. आज कोलिजन भी आज ही स्टार्ट किया है.
अच्छा, कोलिजन आज स्टार्ट किया है ना.
यस सर.
तो कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम उन लोगों ने वो कर लिया, मतलब इंट्रोड्यूस कर दिया.
यस सर, इंट्रोड्यूस तो कर दिया
ना. अच्छा ठीक है, फिर तुम्हें समझ में आएगा अच्छे से. Now see what is happening in the collision. There are two bodies of mass m1 and m2. They are colliding and they are moving again with the velocity v1 and v2. We have already learned in the cases of collisions we can do conservation of momentum. Everyone knows it. Why? because the necessary condition for conservation of momentum is there should not be any external force acting on this system. The only force that is acting during the motion of these two balls is when they collide, and m2 acts a force on m1, m1 acts a force on m2, and because these two forces, if we are taking an m1 m2 as a system, these two forces will cancel each other. So in the x direction there is no net force, f is 0. So that's why we can do the conservation of momentum, because net impulse is 0. So there was one more thing. Do you know about impulse?
सर बहुत ब्रीफली किया तो है डिस्कस
ये है ना, impulse is nothing but force acting for a very short duration of time. This will be equal to mv minus mu, है ना?
एक ये भी बताया था चेंज इन मोमेंटम भी इम्पल्स को कह सकते हैं कुछ कहा तो था ऐसा
हाँ यही ना, यही तो होता है,
हाँ यस यही
यही होता है चेंज इन मोमेंटम, क्योंकि m डेल्टा p है ना, ये डेल्टा p is f डेल्टा t. और ये होता क्यों है? Why do we get this? Because f is equal to ma and ma is delta v by delta t. So you can write m delta v is equal to f delta t, but f delta t we have defined as impulse. So that's why we get impulse is equal to m delta v. And here, because f is net, in this system f is 0, so impulse is 0. That's why we can make final momentum is equal to initial momentum. तो बोलोगे इतना डिटेल में तो नहीं कराया सर, ये तो था, ये ठीक है ना?
यस सर
This is impulse, this is conservation of momentum. Now in the through this conservation of momentum, we can do m1 u1 plus m2 u2 will be equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. That we can do always in the collision. But during the collision, you have to remember one more thing. There is one more thing that is called coefficient of restitution. It's represented by E. It's only present when there is a collision. And how it is defined, coefficient of restitution E is equal to velocity of separation by velocity of approach. But more better thing is, in this particular case, you can write v2 minus v1 by u1 minus u2. See, you have to be very careful here. Do not do v2 minus v1 by u2 minus u1. It's u1 minus u2. Now you have to do one thing here. You have two equations, v2 minus v1 is equal to e into u1 minus u2. This is your second equation. Using first and second equation, find v1 and v2 as a function of u1, u2, m1, m2, and e. Means you have to solve first and second equation and get the value of v1 and v2 in terms of u1, u2, m1, m2, and e. Can you do it? Right. I want you to get a result, because that result will be useful for you. If you remember that, you will sometimes you will solve questions very easily. But that is useful for smaller level of examinations. Means those engineering examinations which are those ones, local colleges examinations there. Did anyone get the result? See, the result you should get is this one. V1 should be equal to M1 minus EM2 by M1 plus M2 into U1 plus M2 into 1 plus E into 2 by M1 plus M2. This should be your velocity V1. Similarly, V2 will be M2 minus EM1 by M1 plus M2 into P2 plus M1 into 1 plus E into U1 by M1 plus M2. Like this, you should get the result. Just check whether you are getting this result or not. What happened? Is it very difficult? Priya, are you able to solve it?
Sir, I'm doing.
Yeah, do it. When you get it, tell me. If you are not getting it, if anyone is not able to get it, just tell me. I'll solve.
How did you get it? Oh, you substituted in the formula.
No, no. Not the formula, just equation 1 and equation 2. I'm solving for V1 and V2, that's all.
Okay.
You think these two equations there are only two variables, V1, V2, and here also V1, V2. Just solve these two
Oh, you
equations.
substituted there.
You substitute V2 as V1 here. In place of V2, you substitute V1 plus E into U1 minus U2. You should get value of V1. Then again, you can get V2.
Okay.
Very easy. Or the other thing is you can multiply second equation with M2 and then cancel M2 V2 in 1 and 2. too much time.
I got it.
You got it now? What about others? Diva, Yama, Kanishka? Still not get. Not get. It should be very easy. Why you are not getting?
No, almost हो गया मैं.
Hmm? क्या मिस्टेक हो गया क्या? मैं सॉल्व करके दिखाऊं?
Okay, sir.
See, in the second equation, if I multiply with m2, I am going to get m2 v2 minus m1 v1, sorry, minus m2 v1 is equal to em2 into u1 minus u2. Now, this is your second equation. Take the first equation then. m2 v2 plus m1 v1 is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Now, just minus them, or 2 minus upper 1, minus plus minus. They both will cancel. So m1 plus m2 into v1. Take now the u1 terms. It will become m1 minus em2. I don't know why. What took you so long? It's very easy. Plus m2 into 1 plus e into u2. That's all. You got the value v1. v1 is equal to m1 minus em2 into u1 by m1 plus m2 plus m2 into 1 plus e into u2 by m1 plus m2. This is v1. Similarly, if you want to get the value of v2, do it same way. Multiply this with what we want. v2 we want now. So we'll cancel v1. So multiply this equation with m1. Same way, you'll get m1. Acha, let me try it with different color. m1 v2 minus m1 v1 is equal to m1 e into u1 minus u2. The other equation you have is m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Now just add them. This will cancel. So m1 plus m2 into v2 will be equal to, now take u1 common, m1 into 1 plus e into u1 plus m2 minus em1 into u2. So v2 you have got is m2 minus em1 into u2 by m1 plus m2 plus m1 into 1 plus e into u1 by m1 plus m2. It was that easy. Don't know why you are taking so much time. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now see, let me tell you few more things. This coefficient of restitution, the value lies between 0 and 1 always. E lies between 0 and 1. And they have given one more thing. When E is 0, it is known as completely inelastic collision. And when E is 1, it is known as completely elastic collision.
Oh, it depends upon the E value.
It depends on the E value. There is one more thing about completely elastic collision. Completely elastic collision, there is no energy loss. One more information that you can use to solve the question. In completely elastic collision, there is no energy loss. So usually during the collision questions, you can never do law of conservation of energy. You can never apply law of conservation of energy unless they have given you after in the collision this much amount of energy is lost so that you can add it. But usually they won't give. So during the collision, some amount of energy is lost. That's why you can never do conservation of energy. But in the case of completely elastic collision, there is no energy loss. So here, in the case of completely elastic collision only, you can use half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square will be equal to half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square. Only in the case of completely elastic collision, remember this. In no other case, you can do this. There was one movie actually. What was the name? I don't know. The heroine was Parneeti Chopra. She, if you have seen this or not, I don't know. She was actually a student of, I think, some IIT, and she was working on a project in which she had made a ball which was completely elastic, and she threw it away, and the ball started to collide with the walls, and then it was endless process. Then she caught it up. Then she said, if I do not catch it, it will be the energy produced by the collision of this ball with the walls. That energy can be used to light up the whole city.
Who told you, sir?
Huh? I have seen this movie.
Movie, ah.
Hmm.
Oh, I thought it happened in real life.
In reality, it is very difficult to achieve this ideal condition, completely elastic condition,
Because the surface are smooth.
because of surface things and the material imperfections. It's not possible. You have Did you play with that ball? One small ball is there now. If you throw it, it jumps very high.
Yes, sir.
That ball is somewhat very near to elastic. It's not completely elastic, because after some time it will lose its energy, and then again it will fall down like that. But if it was completely elastic, you throw it, it will just keep on bouncing up to the same height. This is how the completely elastic things are. The ball won't lose the energy, but when it will strike with the surface, it will create some energy. That's how the things are. This is completely elastic condition. This is completely elastic collision. In completely elastic collision only, there will be no energy loss. So this condition you can apply here. In no other case, you can apply this condition. Now, I'm giving you two conditions which are actually very important cases, actually two important cases. One is perfectly elastic collision. Collision is perfectly elastic, where E is equal to 1, you already know. Here I have given M1 is equal to M2 is equal to M. Condition is there are two balls or two bodies whose masses are same, and they have done completely elastic collision. I don't know why this shape changes. U1, U2. Collision is elastic. Now masses are same. Now using the above formula that you have derived just now, can you find out the velocity of first ball and second ball after the collision? You will arrive at a very interesting result. The result will be interesting. Just give me the result, then I'll tell you what interesting is inside it. Just find out the value of V1 and V2 in terms of U1 and U2. If you want to see the formula, I'll show you. But see, personally, I won't recommend to remember this formula to you, because whenever I never try to memorize this formula during my whole preparation, or up to now also.
M1 square, 1 square, that's formula.
This V1 formula, V1 and V2.
Oh, this is so big.
This is so big. And it's not needed also, because using law of conservation of momentum, you can every time find out the thing.
Yeah, because V2 minus V1 by U2 minus.
That also you can use. But here it will help you very much.
V1 will be equal to U1.
V1
And
will be
V2
equal to
will
U2.
be equal
V2 will be equal to U2. Now, what is happening now? This is first ball, this is second ball. Now, what happened in a perfectly elastic collision, when the balls have same mass, their velocities get interchanged. No. I wrote it wrongly. V1 should be equal to U2 and V2 should be equal to U1. This is the interesting result. Velocities get interchanged. Only when masses are equal. Now quickly give me one more result, then we'll stop. I'll give you one question for homework. Anyway, you are not going to solve it. I'll give you in the next class. Few questions we'll solve in the next class, then we'll start new chapter. Center of mass and all. Perfectly inelastic collision. See, you are not doing the question as I am giving homework, that's okay. But do not forget to practice your previous year questions and all I'm telling you now. Don't forget that. You should have the habit of solving questions every day. Achha, Diva, I did not tell you na. You have previous year question in your VMC modules, but buy one more book, that is MTG. It covers previous year questions exhaustively. VMC, your institute will tell you to solve PYQs later.
Yes, sir.
But you start from now only.
Okay.
So what is BMC?
BMC is Vidya Mandir classes, like your Fitji na.
Oh, Vidya Mandir. It's an institute.
It's an institute, very famous.
Oh. Like Bansal classes.
Bansal classes is in Kota. Like Bansal classes in Delhi.
Oh.
But Bansal classes is not, it's stopped now. They are not running now, I think.
No, sir, Bansal is.
It's not there. Just give me the result quickly. What will be the value of V1 and V2 in this case, using the above formulas?
We have to substitute in the formula.
Just substitute. So during the time you will solve and give you a question that you can do as homework.
Sir, I got the result.
Tell me result.
V1 is equal to M2 into U2 by M1 plus M2.
M1 and M2 are equal now.
Sorry. 2M हो जाएगा.
So you should get V1 as U1 plus U2 by 2. Again, V2 as U1 plus U2 by 2.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now everyone is getting this result.
Yes.
Now, what is the meaning of this now? After the collision, the two masses are having same velocities, and what happens in an inelastic collision? The two masses stick to each other. They will collide. After the collision, this velocity has become equal. So just after the collision, they are moving with same velocity, means they have stuck to each other, and they are moving with same velocity. So inelastic, you should have got the feel. Inelastic collision means they just stick to each other and then move. And elastic collision is the best way in which they can separate. This is your question. You should do as homework. It is actually a mixture of work power energy with collision, work energy theorem and collision. Try doing it. It's a good one. Not very difficult. You cannot say it is of advanced level, but good one. Okay, let's end the class then. Try this as homework.